Good evening.
I asked him if he was going to do his big intro. He said no. Oh, how'd y'all like Lippy? Well, isn't that something? She's speaking what I'm thinking. Uh,
Neck back.
she and I both going to be repenting. You situated? Let me get rid of this stuff right here.
Moving. I get to hurting. I just move around a bit.
Hey there, Tracy. Hey, Will.
Alrighty.
Mr. Jack. Renee. Shayla.
But Donnie. Good
Shayla,
evening.
I need to give you my Marco number later. I'll send it to you on Facebook or something. Hey, Misty. Brother Donnie and Dawn. Teresa and Lee. We spoke to Cecilia earlier. Stacy, how are you? The dogs are growling if you're wondering what they're doing. Hey, Diana.
Playtime. They know when we go live. It gets big playtime.
Suzanne. Yeah, it's entertainment for them, I guess. Hey, Melissa.
They
Tracy?
attend.
My garden was looking gorgeous. Today, it is demolished. We had a hailstorm come through, and there are tomato plants on the ground. There are branches on the ground and broke off, and blossoms everywhere, and I am trying not to cry. They say don't cry over spilt milk, but I'm going to cry over some dang tomatoes. Those things were loaded up, and it just couldn't withstand the weight of it and the pressure of the hail and the wind and all that. I think there are a few plants that are going to be salvageable. The squash, I think, is gone. I think the green beans are probably gone. Most of the tomato plants are gone. I don't know. It looks really bad right now. But when it dries up some and I can go out there and cut strings loose and try to untangle the jungle, it might be okay. I'm really, really, really thankful that I had that video footage of it in its glory, because it sure looks like a hot mess right now. It's very sad. I have tried not to cry all evening because I didn't realize it was even going on. I knew we had weather coming in and, good chances of rain and some wind and stuff, but I didn't realize it was going to be like that. And I had tended to Mom and then got the other animals that were outside inside, because they don't like my golden retriever. She's terrified of thunder, and it was thunder. So I put her inside, and then I went into the spare bathroom, which is highly insulated, and was cleaning up the chickens, the chick babies. I was just playing with chicks and stuff. So I missed it. When I came out of there, I went down the hallway, and I saw that one of the tomato plants that was in a bucket on the side porch was tipped over on top of crud. So I ran back in here and got some string, went back around there, and about that time he was coming in. He said, it's hailing, right? Well, I came back through and I looked out the window and I saw it. It is a matted up, broke up, tore up mess. So I waited till the weather calmed down just a little bit, and I went out there, rain and all. I didn't take pictures. I didn't have the heart to do that. Not yet. But I did try to stretch up things the best I could. So it's just a mess, and I'm missing something with Lisa.
Her mom passed away.
Oh no. So anyway, as of right now, it looks very grim. It looks like Buddy and Lippy's garden did. But no, it didn't affect our house or anything like that, but it tore up the garden, from what I can tell. So I told the poor boy, I said, I'm definitely going to sink some money into a greenhouse very soon, because that would have saved some of that. I do have extra plants in the greenhouse, Cecilia, and I have plenty of seeds, y'all. It's not that. It's just I had looked at my tomatoes and stuff this morning, and a lot of them were starting to blush. And so, that I was really excited. I was like, hot dog, we're fixing to have some tomatoes. I was planning on selling tomatoes at the farmer's market in June and July. Doubt that happens now. I had one of my best friends, her daughter was wanting a lot of squash, and those plants don't look like they're going to be doing anything else. All those blooms are just blowed off, so it's just crazy. Crazy, crazy. So, that's the worst of what happened today. Other than that, it was a good day. Although, woo! Where you going there?
I don't know, man. This chair ain't getting along.
You gonna have a day like mine?
I had a moment. That lock didn't stay.
Hopping in on Yeah, I told Kathy at North Star Prep Stetter we were talking today. She had messaged me right as I saw my tomato plants, and so I answered her. I told her, I said, just hang on, because I'm fixing to lose it. I'm fixing to cry. And so she said a prayer for me right there and then and calmed me down. But man, yeah, that was bad. I said, well, maybe they're like a Timex. They take a licking and keep on ticking. Because that's what happened the first time they got held on. They came back. But like I said, they were so heavy with fruit this time that we just didn't hold them. And I didn't have as many steaks as I probably should have for that many big plants.
Just try to pick the good out of it somewhere. There's good in it somewhere.
Yeah. Hey, Mark. So, Mary Beth, how are you? Make a leg and let's dig it. How are you? I watched one of your live streams the other night. I didn't comment, I don't think. Sometimes I do that. I lurk and don't say anything. Hey, Sunny Preps. You'd still be crying, Tracy. I'm trying not to, because, you know, it's going to be okay. It is what it is. There's not much I can do about it. Hey, Richard, how are you? But we're going to change that subject. We're not even, we're going to get off of that doom and gloom. And, we're going to move on to the chicks, because the chicks dig it. Y'all, I never thought I would fall in love with these stupid little chickens. But there's one, she loves me. Her name's Irma. Y'all, I go in there and I got a baby gate over the top of the brooder box just so they can't fly out because they're getting bigger. And every time I take that gate off, she flies up to the side and she sits there and she lays her head on me. And so I pick her up and then she lays her head over and I talk to her and she looks at me. And I'm hoping it's a she. It's kind of hard to tell.
Alright, well, hello, Charles 64th scale fun. First time I've seen
Mary Beth, just give them
channel.
Give them a shot of calcium and nitrogen. They'll be okay. What it is it's flushed out the nutrients and you can get it back. Just mix it up and spray it on the leaves.
Yeah, we about got the Clucker's Cottage.
Yep.
We 98%, I would say, completed.
On the structure, not the cuteness.
Well,
Gemini, y'all don't have to do that, girl. You know I got some seeds. You better be watching your mail next week. Probably about Wednesday, you'll be seeing something. Hey, illegal, how are you?
we got it so close anyway, we can call it just about complete.
Yeah,
Just a little
we're
bit
gonna do
more.
video footage. I mean, I've got clips of that. I tried not to show. I gave a little sneak peek of what it looks like on the outside, but y'all know me. I gotta spoil
Hey, two
them.
family.
Hey, Daryl. Answer us a question. Sherry had told me that you needed something different than his race cars, I think. What exactly are you looking for? And you can inbox me later or call me or whatever. Later tonight if you want to, or tomorrow. We just don't know what to do. And to be honest, I'm surprised we have internet right now. We got another round of storms coming.
But there's 2 or 3 videos she uploaded on my channel.
Yeah.
The other night.
I did 3 on his channel the
Some
other
new
night.
stuff, me on tractor, and different
Hey,
stuff with the
Jesse.
grandkids. So there is a few new videos that's on PoorBoy Homestead channel. So y'all get a chance, check them out. Just some of the stuff that's been going on around here, stuff that we've been working on and doing.
More of the homesteading stuff this time.
Yeah.
We're stepping away from doing so much about the Pink Panther because he's kind of like on this fence thing of not feeling like he's physically able to work on it as much as he would like to,
Well,
because
I
it's
just
so
can't.
low and all that.
Well,
and
it ain't just that. It's just whatever's going on with my neck and back. It's just getting to where
I was trying to get there.
I can't do it.
So anyway, he might decide to sell the Pink Panther. I'm not sure. I really don't want him to, but he might. Of course, he's talking about getting something else. Y'all don't think he's just gonna sell it and not do something else? He's always got to have a toy. Aiden's music. Cool.
What's up, River Rat?
Adam's music. I probably said that wrong.
Where in the world is that at? River
That's
Rat?
what I'm trying to figure out, Jesse. Jen and I have projects for you when you get home. It's not too much work, though. She says she's going to make you work. I'm not. Hey, Walterman.
If you
How are you,
believe
Megan?
that, River Rat, you believe anything, cause
Kentucky.
when they say a project, it's work involved.
Okay. Yes, she and I want to go, and see, I wasn't real sold on the idea of going, hey, Julie, to the U-Pick farm, but now that my stuff's destroyed, I guess we'll be going to the U-Pick farm for real.
Well, just keep the faith
Thank you.
that it'll be enough salvage to.
It'll be enough for us, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be enough for marketing.
Well,
So that's the hard part.
maybe. What's up, Wayne?
Hey, Wayne. Let you know on the cart, 5,000. And not a penny less.
It's just getting.
And
to
if
where
you'll give me 6, I'll take that.
I'm fighting it hard on the idea of getting rid of it. It's just crossed my mind. But
Hailstorm, Julie.
It's just getting so
Tore it up
hard
today.
for me to do anything on it.
Hey, Ozark Mountain Goats and the
I
cute
got on
puppy.
I got on the tractor I don't know, one day last week. Done some bush hogging, and then I
Got me some dirt.
waited a day, and then I got back on it that morning for about 20 minutes, and it was a lot of stuff that I had to look back on, and that's what really gets me. I just can't hardly turn my head, and so I don't know what all's going on with that, but it's getting to where it's almost 24/7 pain all the time.
He has some
So
spinal.
just at work on it. I knew what you meant, bud. She didn't, but I did.
He's got some spinal stenosis and a lot of spurs and stuff.
Yeah, so see, I've just kicked that idea around in my head. I've had a lot of people ask me about it, but I've still not. I've done a lot of work to it and put a lot into it, and I'm kind of wanting to see what it does. So we just been taking a break from it here lately.
Okay, Jesse.
I don't have a whole lot more to do to it. I really all I got left to do to it before I can go run it, I got to get some gears changed out, but I can't do that myself anyway. I'm not very. I don't know a whole lot about these 8.8 rear ends, so it's not like the 9-inch. If it was a 9-inch, I'd just do it myself, but I don't know much about these 8.8, so I'm gonna have to have it done and get my distributor and all put in it and retimed, and it'll be, as far as I know then, it'll be ready. A few little tidy up things to go see what it'll do.
Hey, Miss Patty. Hey, Eli. Tracy? Yeah, he would probably be looking at some type of surgery, but they can't do anything with all those spurs. There's too many of them. But the stenosis, they might could do something. I'm not sure. I don't want him to do any of it. I would rather him try natural methods and anti-inflammatory type foods and all that stuff, but he won't do all that. Even though it'd save a fortune.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do something for long, just getting to where you just get tired of hurting after a while.
So what I was telling y'all earlier, I got all those seeds except for probably 75 packs are still left for it. So if y'all know of another homestead that needs some seeds, let me know. But I sent out probably 300 packs of seeds this morning. And the reason it took me so long to get them out was because I kept getting emails saying, hang on, I want to add some seeds. Hang on, can you wait till I can get you some seeds there? So I did that, and oh, that's Buddy, I guess.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was the highlight of the morning. Got to get all those seeds out and to the post office, and but I still have some more if somebody needs them, and I'm probably just gonna do that perpetually because I'm always ordering seeds, and then some things just don't do well here. And if any of y'all have strawberry seeds and you don't mind sharing, I'd like some. I cannot find them anywhere. And I paid $11 for one blooming plant. Like an idiot, but I did it.
I'm not so sure, Cecilia.
Well, one pot. It looks like it's got 4 little plants.
Turmeric.
Turmeric, yes.
I've been prescribed, I don't even remember the name of it.
He doesn't
took it
use
for a
turmeric, and he doesn't use the moringa.
But they did, when they found all
No,
the
Julie already
spurs
shipped it.
on my spine, they prescribed me something for long-term use.
Oklahoma.
And I don't even remember what that was, but it didn't do any good. It didn't help much. And
Turmeric is an herb.
I'm talking about what they prescribed me when they found all the spurs on my spine. They prescribed me something for long-term use.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
But they basically told me, the doctor told me that if this doesn't do any good, then the next step would be MRI and go from there. So, and I've just been putting that off as long as I can, but it's getting to the point to where I can't hardly move every day.
Just see, I don't know if they have organic strawberries here. I don't go to the store very much like that. And then when I do, I don't think about stuff like that too much. They're old heirloom strawberry plants that were sent to me this year. Oh, awesome, Mark. That would be great. That would be really great. Cherry Catan sprouted. Okay, Shayla. Get ready, sister. That thing gets huge. But they're very disease and pest resistant, and they're beautiful. It's just beautiful. I did not plant one this year because I still got 40-something pumpkins sitting back there. Misty,
I haven't.
Misty, the nearest acupuncturist to us is an hour and a half away, and they've not been seeing anybody right now with all this junk going on.
I went through the Act of Congress the other day just to get an eye appointment. When I walked in, you got to put your mask on when you walk in the lobby. Then they had a girl there, and she checked the temperature, and then if all that checked out, then she give you some clear gloves. You had to put those gloves on, and while I was doing all that, I said, "Scaffold," and she stopped and looked at me for a minute. I said, "I feel like I'm scrubbing in."
Why's that, Eli? Explain. I'll be looking at the chat to read it. Hey, Connie. Y'all, I want to tell y'all about a channel. One of my moderators, she's not in here tonight, but that's Wendy at Hard Knack Farms. She and I talk a lot. But she has been talking to Mark at 2.5 Acres. And he's having some problems with YouTube. And getting his hours for his monetization. He's got the subs that he needs and all that. And he was close to the hours. something happened. I don't know if it was the year change or whatever, but if y'all are up for giving somebody some watch hours, market 2.5 acres would be a good one to help out. Real nice guy. He's got 5 kids, and they're into chickens and ducks and goats and all that good stuff. Hey, Sharon. Renee, I want everbearing, but I will take Juneberry. I like the larger ones. I just want to grow some for mainly my older granddaughters. They love them, and they were wanting me to do strawberries and cherry tree. Cherries they don't grow well here. It's too hot here.
Yeah, Mama sees.
2.5 acres, Cecilia. Let me type it the way it is, because you know how YouTube is. You have to put it just right, or they won't. It won't pull you up. It's just 2.5 acres. It's not 2.5 acres homestead or anything like that. Just Mr. J just pulled the link for you, so y'all can click on that and check them out. Tell him I sent you. He don't know me from Adam, I don't imagine. I see him around in maybe Two Family stuff or something, but Wendy had told me what was going on, and I know how it is to have to deal with YouTube and their and stuff. So, and he's real nice guy. I like. They just got a new baby goat, so that would be a fun place to start. I started with the chick videos, of course. Baby chickens. So let's see, what else was I going to tell you? Well, before today's storms, I started picking in the garden, and I've already given some things away. I was getting squash and zucchini, and there's tons of peppers out there. Lots of peppers. So it didn't seem to affect them. The tomatoes were tall enough it blocked all that off of them. So I think they're going to be okay. Some were blown over a little bit, but I just went and pulled the biggest peppers off, and they stood back up.
The tomato that was on them they were just heavier, and plus they were taller.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So that's why it didn't affect them as much.
Yeah, I mean they were loaded, and blooms everywhere. The time I tell you that all those blooms are gone, man, that's devastating to see. Yeah, thank you, Cecilia. Thanks, Mark. So yeah, just tell him I sent you, and he'll probably be going like, "Why?" So I told y'all about Irma, the little chicken that I never understood. All y'all chicken lovers out there until I brought these dirty birds home. They are poopy heads. All they do is poop, eat and poop, eat and poop. They're so darn cute. They're so ugly, they're cute. I'm having a hard time telling them what breeds are they. I can tell them apart, and I've got them named. It's just because they're not going to be meat birds or anything. They're just my girls for eggs. But I can't remember. I have to get on Google nearly every day and look at pictures of baby chicks at 5 weeks old to remember which ones are which, except for the black copper Moran that looks like a rooster, because he's very obvious what he, or she may be.
Freaky Geek, I hope they better produce eggs.
Yeah, that's what I got them for, is the eggs. But they're pets. I've looked them in the eyes, and they're pets.
I done told Anna I'm gonna have a talk with them when they go in that coop out there. All the sweat and the blood that I've shed on this coop, they better produce eggs.
Mabel, the one that's like Lippy, this first set the pecking order. She's not anymore because she's little compared to the other ones that are outgrowing her. But he said if Mabel laid eggs really well, he was gonna nickname her all the way May. Y'all remember that movie? a league of their own with the women baseball players. And there was a maid that was played by, it was Madonna, wasn't it?
I don't remember now.
Said they would call her all the way May because of her reputation. He said he's going to call Mabel all the way May.
He might do it as long as they producing eggs. I don't care. They better produce something.
Cecilia, I started out with 6 and on day 2 I had 8. I hadn't went after anymore. He was trying to get me to go get some older ones, but I didn't. I am looking, though, for later on to add some buff Orpington, lavender Orpington, or a blue Orpington, and a Rhode Island red. But that's not a big deal. Yep, freaky. That's another benefit, is all that poo. Good fertilizer. Right, Kathy.
Oh yeah.
I've been paying almost $8 a carton for an 18-count carton for grass-fed organic eggs for the last couple years. So that's one reason I decided to get chickens, was because I'm spending so much money on eggs. I could take care of all these chickens and pay for everything that I've done.
We were getting them from our secretary at the office. I don't know how many chickens they had. I think they had about 50.
Yeah, but she wasn't organically raising those.
No, but we bought eggs from her for a while until she just got tired of fooling with them. So,
Mr. Jack, don't you be a troublemaker.
What is it?
He said there's a lot of room in that Clucker's cottage. Eli, I use worm food too. I buy that. I bought 30 pounds from the Gardener's Pharmacy, Mr. Kip Bonin, and then one of our friends gave me 10 more pounds, and I used every bit of that.
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help build it, put it together, and get water to it. So, out of that, all I expect is a chicken to lay eggs.
Yeah, if I keep them as spoiled as they are and as much room as they have, they should lay really well, because they won't be crowded and bored and fighting and stuff. You're gonna incubate your Rhode Island Reds? Wow. I'm not there yet. I'm not into all that. I just now getting into getting the chickens. I'm not into the meat birds. I think about that stuff all the time. I think, I need to get a plucker. I need to do this. I need to go to school and learn how to butcher. And I think about it, but I hadn't done it.
Yeah, ain't nothing like it, man.
Hey, Todd and Jared.
I love to put
I was thinking about you today.
bacon and egg on toast with lightly mayonnaise on it. Now, that's a sandwich. But we was talking today, we expecting bacon to go up, and I told her, I said, well, if
Probably
it does,
so freaky.
that don't mean we're going to get hogs.
I don't want to do pop hogs. Yeah, Kathy, it's just a matter of me getting over myself to do something like that. But I have thought about it. I'm just not ready for that yet.
Yeah, I don't want to fool no hogs.
No, that'd tear up the place. Jason ain't gonna let none of that bacon go. I hadn't even talked to that rat this week. I need to. I was gonna message Robin today or yesterday and tell her now I understand why she loves that Jaja so much. Because Irma has taken the hold of my heart.
We used to go through probably
pathways.
If I was here, we'd go through at least a half a dozen. That's Friday. Now, you scramble them, that's a little more than that, but at least when everybody was here, we'd go through, what, six eggs a morning, a day?
You talking about when your dad
Yeah.
was here? Yeah.
We'd go through six, 7 eggs a morning.
But now when those girls are here too,
Oh.
Lord,
yeah.
that's over a dozen. Because little Amara, she's 2, but she can tear up 4 eggs right by herself. Of course, she won't eat anything else. She doesn't want anything else. She'll say she wants sausage or something, but she won't eat it.
I'll eat scrambled eggs. I would rather have mine fried, but I'll eat scrambled eggs. I'm not totally against scrambled eggs, but I prefer them fried.
If you can, you turn the whole hog into bacon.
That's me. I'm more of a. When I bought the pickup that I got now, it came from the manufacturer out of Texas, and it's got bacon on the tailgate of it. And everybody's asked me about that bacon emblem on it.
I won't let him take it off.
I threatened to take it off, but she won't let me.
Keto folks love some bacon. And that's how I identify the truck too whenever we're parked somewhere, because he parks in different places. I'm a keep my ducks in a row, do the same thing over and over and over again, creature of habit. I want to park in the same place, and he doesn't, so I can find that. Hey, Soldier Poet, I've never pickled eggs. My friend Jen does, Fairy Tale Patience, she will. But
No,
I hadn't.
I don't eat nothing pickled.
Peppers.
No.
You do, you just don't know that's
Well,
what you're eating.
Don't tell me I'm eating it, because I can't eat it.
Those jalapenos that get put in stuff sometimes where you feel that little bit of kick in something and I hadn't told you about it, they're pickled. Mr. Holland said he loves pickled eggs. I've never even tried it. I probably will though if all these girls start laying nicely. I hope that they do enough that we can stay in eggs and I can keep my 2 girls and their kids in eggs.
They should lay real well. They should appreciate the mansion that they got built.
Yeah, it is nice. Somebody asked me if I was going to let that be Terry's doghouse, and I said, no, it's too nice for a doghouse.
I mean, the only thing it's lacking is
Pickled quail eggs.
heat and air.
Cecilia, I don't know. We tried, the girl that I got 6 of them from, she tried to do like a hen test. We thought they were, but now one of them,
Wow.
one of the French copper Morans, I think it's a boy because his comb is already developing pretty fast and it's red. So
He'd go
I
to
think
the
that
neighbor.
if there's 2, one will go to the neighbor.
Don't keep no rooster.
I will too,
For what?
because if it's that copper Moran, it's going to be a beautiful rooster,
Yeah.
and it might chase the cats away. Give the cats a run. Ooh, there we are. There we are.
Phone call come in.
My child doesn't know to not call right now. So we might have to send her a text. She's forgot. She's at the
Phone
beach, I think.
Somewhere back over yonder. On charger, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that rooster may run you out of the Clipper's cottage.
Those ghost pepper, the plants I've got in the garden look good. Do I now?
I said, if that's a rooster, he may run you out of the Clipper's cottage.
He might. I pick him up a lot though. If it is a rooster, I don't know. Hey, Dwayne, how are you? Be expecting your envelope by Wednesday. I sent them out today. I had to wait on some other folks. Oh yeah, I don't want to have biddies. I just want eggs. But I bought them. Bought 2 olive eggers, 2 Americanas, and 2 French copper, or one's a French copper Moran and one's a French splash Moran.
I don't know how y'all keep all that straight.
And then my neighbor gave me, and we know the neighbors as hens. She gave me 2 black sex links. So.
You know what I call them?
Go ahead.
Chickens. I can't keep all these names straight. I just call them chickens.
Yeah, I know that they can get rough.
I'm gonna go. He get rough. I'm gonna go out there toward him with a frying pan. And say, if you don't straighten up, you're gonna end up right here.
Yep, setting preps that she's with you.
Hold the rooster to the head. Hold the head
Head
of
to
the
the
rooster to the
ground.
ground. That's like that video I seen where they set that chicken down on the ground. They drew a straight line to his beak and put his head down on it, and that chicken wouldn't move.
Infatuated with the line?
They hypnotized him. They said it wouldn't move. They drew that line in the sand right to the beak of that chicken. That laid that chicken on the ground. And the moment he erased that line, so that chicken picked him on the finger. As soon as he broke that line. Now I don't know.
Well, the only other one that I'm worried that might be a rooster, she looks like a hen. Wait, looks like a hen, but she acts like a rooster. She's always, I don't know if she's trying to set a pecking order or what, but she's always like engaging at the other ones, and they're just looking at it like, okay, you know.
Feed him out of a Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket.
Cool, Chris, that's good. Is that Tyler's chickens, or are y'all doing that? And I got a question, since y'all do the chickens so much. Why do they think that vent sexing them is so dangerous? I mean, I'm just curious about that. And would it, I mean, I understand it at a day old why it would be dangerous, but at 5 or 6 weeks old, why would that be dangerous? And
no, we won't feed
No.
the turkeys.
I don't want turkeys. Yeah, I can understand that, Carol, at a real young age, but I wouldn't think that would be such an issue at 5 weeks. I'm not a turkey friend. Yeah, freaky. My dad always called me a turkey too because I was born on Thanksgiving Day. Oh man, I'm just curious because I could actually figure out the vent stuff. I just was scared to try it because I kept hearing somebody say, "That's dangerous. You need to be well trained." Da 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 da. All right. Mr. Dwayne said he'd like to have guineas to drive the neighbors nuts. That would drive me nuts. They're loud.
Yeah, they're best guard dog you can
They
get,
do,
but they
Miss
are
Kathy,
loud.
but they claim that they're well trained in that, and that's why they do that. That's what I was thinking, Carol. I'm like, okay, I can do this, and I can be easy, and I, know what to look for on that. No ticks. I need to tell Wendy to get her some guineas. She was wanting some chickens.
Hello, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle. She's in Oklahoma, and they have the worst tick problem I've ever heard of. She's always telling me about ticks somewhere. I was teasing her one day, I said, I'm going to get you a flea collar. But she has Lyme disease from being bitten, so. She needs some guineas. But she was wanting some chickens, and her husband was telling her no.
Like her nurse man.
Fall workings, Mr. Holly.
I don't know, Carol. She didn't
Okay, hang on, Renee.
When that drill bit slipped the other day and went down inside my finger, she didn't even try to nurse me up.
Well, I've done the same thing to myself, so I figured, if I could handle it, you could handle it.
Yours wasn't as bad.
Okay.
It wasn't.
All right, Renee, I put it in there for you.
Cecilia, I guess he's doing okay. They've got
All right, Chris. Tell
They
Darlene I
got-
said hey.
a group of people coming in tomorrow.
Hey, Rusty.
And the whole nursing home all over the state of Mississippi is going to be started testing for the COVID-19 test. So far where he's at, they told me just yesterday. Did they call me yesterday or day before yesterday? I can't remember which. One of them. It was either yesterday or day before they called me and told me that they were going to come in tomorrow, and on the 24th. Is that correct? What's the date? 23rd tomorrow.
Oh, thank you, girl.
Anyway, they're going to test, but as far as I know, he's doing good. They said still won't allow us to go up there to see him, not allowing anybody to come in. So we talked about that. Somebody asked me about him last Sunday, and the weirdest thing was that this whole time I've been concerned because I hadn't been up there to be able to go see him and all, but after somebody asked us this past Sunday about him, and lo and behold, when I went to bed, I dreamed about him all night long, and that kind of bothered me. I'm not for sure why, but it's just one of those weird things. But he's doing good, so they keep telling us. So we're just hoping and praying that they'll continue with 0 cases up there.
All right, Paul. Have a good night.
But thanks for asking.
Yeah, Misty, I remember you saying something about that. Yesterday, was it?
There's some nursing homes, not just here but other places. Whenever the workers come in, they don't leave until they complete their shift. They don't go out for lunch. They feed them right there in the nursing home, and they have to stay there the whole shift until they go home. And then when they come back, they recheck their tents and whatever else. But they don't get to leave and go out anywhere and then come back that same day. They have to stay there their whole shift.
Cecilia, we've done FaceTime with him. In the video, which video was it? Oh, Homestead Happenings on PoorBoy's channel, on his channel. I actually put a video clip of their FaceTime on there.
Yeah, he can't hear. When you're sitting right there in front of him, you may have to repeat something 2 or 3 times kind of loudly for him to hear. So I know he's not hearing over that iPad and as well. And I know that we can go up there and he says he can come to the window and you can talk through the window, but he can't hear. So
or probably not comprehend what's going on.
And I'm just afraid that that's going to confuse him even more, seeing me. But why can't he come in? So that's just one of those hard decisions. We chose not to do that. But we call and try to FaceTime ever so often.
Yeah.
But we just trusting in the Lord. That the Lord's giving him the understanding, and as they're saying, they're telling them why they're not getting visitors and why people can't come. But we're just trusting in the Lord that He's gonna continue to help him to understand.
The very last FaceTime we did with him, he looked good. They'd given him a shave and a haircut and showered and all that. And they had the little mask on him, and they took that off for him to, try to talk to us. Of course, he didn't talk too much, but he couldn't hear what we were saying.
Yeah, I am so over all this, and I know a lot of other people are too. It's just, it seems like from day to day that just certain ones are coming up with stuff to keep prolonging and prolonging and prolonging. And I've often, me and my eye doctor was talking day before yesterday.
Kathy, that he doesn't remember.
That we're going to keep our faith and trust in the Lord, and we're going to keep on doing what we got to do until the Lord comes and calls us home. And that's just the way I view it, and that's the way I look at it. And I don't know, I may catch it tomorrow, I don't know, but my faith's still going to be in the Lord either way. I'm gonna keep trusting Him.
I'm not gonna get started on that subject because I'm where Liffy's at. I'm tired of it and over it.
Well,
I've been thinking it's BS the whole
Yeah,
time.
everybody.
I mean,
there's a lot
not
of
that it's
people are.
not real. That's not what I'm saying.
No,
But
I mean
I think it's a political
the virus
hack.
is real, but I'm not sure we're getting the whole truth over this thing
Right.
the way it needs to be told. So, that's just what I say. Keep your faith in the good Lord, and
Right, Mr. Holland.
keep your trust in Him, because guys, and I don't mean to get on the preachy subject or whatever, but every day we wake up, and every day you step out of that house, and every day that you go to that job, and y'all have heard me say this many times on our lives and on our Sunday devotions.
Hey, Natural
We're
State.
one of the few tie-ups. I don't know about all of them, but I know that one of the few in our area that before we leave out every morning out of the office, we have prayer time. And we have different ones to pray. Some mornings I pray, and some mornings some others will pray. But every morning we try to have that prayer time before we get started every day. And I've already done seen several times that I believe that power of that prayer time, praying for safety over our workers and our fellow co-workers and our families when we're away from them, and bring us home back to them safely. Many times I've seen the Lord's hand intervene where most people would have said, oh, it's just coincidence. So, oh, no, I put it right back to that prayer time. I believe that goes a long way. And I don't know what I'd do if they tried to stop that. I don't know. I just have to cross that bridge when it got to it. I would have a hard time probably staying there if they tried to put a stop to that prayer time. But I know we can pray as an individual, but I believe it benefits the whole group, the whole team when you begin to pray. And but I relate that a lot of times to our safety that goes on these highways and work zones that we're in. That could have been the other way around, but I believe the Lord honored that prayer time.
Carol, we have a Republican governor, but he is very new to the position. And the first, 3 months, he was hit with 6 natural disasters in the pandemic.
Yeah. These guys,
storms and
yeah.
tornadoes and stuff. So you can tell he's a nervous wreck.
They got a lot of pressure on them. That's a lot of pressure on their shoulders. It's one of them deals. If you make the wrong
Right,
call,
natural state.
they're going to blame you for whatever happens, and then they're going to fuss at you if you don't make the right call that they think you should make. But I think we as an individual, and this is the way I feel, and this is the way I believe, guys. I believe we as an individual need to take the stand. Stop waiting on the governor or the president to make the decision that's everybody's gonna, because they're not gonna make those decisions that's gonna be pleasing to everybody. But enough of us that have the faith, and I've said this many times, and I'll say it again. I think the church is set back. The church as a whole, now not just one in particular denomination or just this particular group, but the church as a whole. God's chosen people have set back too long now and been quiet on instances, and now it's a time to stand up. It's to stand up and proclaim Him.
Awesome, Misty.
And so that's where I feel like we need to be at. We need to stand up and stand up for ourselves, and quit trying to blame this one for if it doesn't work out. It's like this, guys. If you got a job and you choose to get up and don't go to that job, then you can't blame
Hey, Kathy.
the neighbor next door because your light bill gets cut off. You see what I'm saying? So we all need to take a stand and stand up and say, okay, my faith's going to be in the good Lord, and I'm going to trust Him through it all. And like I said, I wasn't going to get started on that, but
You got 10 minutes. Go for it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But that's just where I feel like we're at. We need to take a stand, and Because these guys, and you know, I don't agree with everything they do, but nobody agrees with everything that I do either. So, but they have a tremendous load, you know, and the Bible teaches us to pray for our leaders.
Yeah.
We pray for them. We don't necessarily have to agree with everything they do, but we can pray for them. And they do have a tremendous load on them. They got to answer for everybody, and that they're over, and whether it's right or wrong.
Well,
So
some of y'all may not like him, but I was proud of my president.
when he deemed the churches as an essential group, yes, it's been essential for a long, long, long time.
Well, not only that, he's not the one running around pushing all the masks. He's not the one telling everybody to stay at home. He wants everybody to get out and go back to work. If you're able, go back to work. If you're not, stay home. It's okay. You know, if you're compromised and you need to stay home, that's cool. But for all these millennials and stuff that are not having any issues, but they're just sitting there collecting money and putting our grandkids and our great-grandkids into the worst debt they'll never pay their way out of, and they will be the ones to pay for it.
That's right.
You know.
And
Anyway,
I say
I'm
this,
proud
guys,
of my president.
we can pray about it and do what the Lord lays on your heart to do.
Damn. I know when I walk down the wrong aisle at Walmart because they've got the stupid stickers on the floor that I never look at.
I haven't been in there, so I ain't no telling which way I'm gonna go when I have to go in there.
I don't know, but me
'Cause I'm
and some
using
other
just-
woman, we was going our own way, doing our own thing, and folks was
If-
looking at us, but nobody said a word.
If I know where it's at, I'm gonna take the shortcut that I know where it's at to get there the quickest, so I can get it and get out of there. Always been that way.
Right, Kathy?
So
Hey, Holly, how are you?
they'll probably arrest me or call the Walmart police on me when I go in there because I'm going the straight, shortest route I can go.
Ours, these folks, they don't say much of nothing about it. They just look at you like, another rebellious one.
And you know,
Me too, Mr. Holland. The first day, I didn't even notice there was anything on the ground. And one of the deputies from around here was ranting about it was his freedoms and rights to walk whichever way. And he wasn't worried about those stickers on the floor and this, that, and the other. And I was like, well, shoot, I didn't even realize there was stickers on the floor. I was walking whichever way. No wonder people were looking at me sideways.
the way I see things going on now and the stuff that's happening, my heart goes out to all these parents now that are having kids right now.
Hey, Crystal.
If something doesn't change, what kind of world are they gonna grow up to face? A lot of stuff you'd ask
Hey,
us
Rich,
10 years
how are
ago.
you?
No, we wouldn't have believed what we were having right now. So my heart goes out to them, and it stirs me and it burdens me to know that. And you know, guys, y'all heard me say this, I believe, this past Sunday, and that Bible, it's gonna be fulfilled. It doesn't matter who says what, where, when, or how. That word of God is going to be fulfilled. So, you know, we can jump in there and get in line with it, or we can be out of line with it. But it's going to be fulfilled either way.
You know it, Freaky. You know there's some babies out there going to be named Kyrona. the
Already
virus.
have been. Already have been. So,
yeah.
but that's the main thing,
There's
guys.
going to be some named Shelter.
That's
if
it.
you
That's
can,
it.
it's-
Brother Donnie, that's exactly right. We've got to keep our faith in Him and our trust in Him, because He understands when we don't understand, and He knows when we don't know. So, well, here, guys, y'all got the Friday Night Live and the Sunday morning devotion all in one night.
So you're going to have to come up with something else for
Better
Sunday.
better of two.
Just don't preach against my chickens. Oh my goodness. You better get out there and pray an anointing and a resurrection over my tomato plants so I don't have to
It's too
cry all
far.
night.
That's it. That's it, Miss Patty. You're right.
Yeah, it's better to smile about it than cry about it, that's for sure.
But I shared with them the other morning.
No, we're not praying over roasted chicken, not for my chickens. They're pets. They're already pets. I need to go get Irma and show y'all Irma. But I'm not, because the dogs are loose and they would intimidate it, and then I'd have a mess. I'd probably get pooped on.
I don't know if some of you guys, did y'all?
Y'all don't forget Stringfield Ridge is on next.
Yes, we ain't got long. I shared this, I believe it was last Sunday, toward the end. I didn't have it in the devotion part, but we were talking after the end about it, and I share this story right here as we're getting ready to wind this live down.
Go for it, Connie.
Give you food for thought, something to think about. If you're wondering about everything that's going on, you're wondering, like I said earlier, that we got so many that's looking to the president, so many that's looking to the governor, so many that's looking to this one, so many that's looking to that one. And when it doesn't work out the way we think it should, then we want to point blame. Well, then it's their fault. Well, it's their fault. Well, let me point you to this one to look at. Look at God. And I say that to say this, because I'm going to tell you this story. And some of you probably on here heard me say this last Sunday, but maybe you heard it, maybe you've forgotten it or it slipped your mind. But I'm going to tell you the story again. I read this story that this young private in the Army.
Ooh, I hear Mom. Hang on, y'all. You go ahead.
This young private was in the Army, and the captain of this platoon, he humiliated this young private boy for his belief in God every single day. They were all out on the base there and doing their stuff. So this captain decided he's going to humiliate this private for his belief in God in front of the whole army that day. So he calls the young lad. He said, "Come here, son." Comes over to him, holds up a set of keys to a Jeep. He said, "Take these keys," and he said, "Park this Jeep around front." And he was doing this so he could humiliate this young private for his belief in God. So the young boy looks at the captain. He said, "Sir," he said, "I can't drive." Captain looks at him and told him, he said, "Well," he said, "just believe and trust that God that you serve. He'll help you with it." The young private took the keys and he walked back to the Jeep. And all along while he was walking over to that Jeep, he began to pray because he knew he couldn't drive. And he knew he was being tested. He prayed. The story said that that young private parked that Jeep in front of that building where that captain wanted it, and just perfect. Just backed it in there and just stopped it in the perfect spot. Went to get out of the Jeep, turned around, seen his fellow soldiers over tears running down the cheeks of their face. Didn't know what was going on, turned around, looked at that captain, the captain's tears just flowing down cheeks of his face. He said, "What's going on?" Captain didn't speak a word, and he went over and he raised the hood of that Jeep. And on the hood of that Jeep was no engine. Now that's the one I'm talking about. We got to put our faith in and our trust in, that God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And every one of those soldiers says, "We want to serve the God that you're serving." Whew. Now that is powerful. And I've reflected on that story ever since I've come across it more times than one.
Hey, Mr. Carl.
When I get down and worried and don't know what's happening, what's going on, I just look up to the heavens and say, "Okay, Lord, my trust is in you. You know all." If you can take a young lad that don't know how to drive in a Jeep with no motor and get him to where he's going,
Hey, Misha.
you got enough to get me to where I'm going. Amen. So I want to leave that with y'all this afternoon.
Hey, Simply Southern. Well, y'all, I'm glad y'all came in. Hit that thumbs up, but we're going to go jump on Stringfield and see if Teresa can keep Lee in line. She said he's going to be a little bit late himself, but I guarantee you she'll line him out.
Holy.
And Cecilia, to answer your question, the dogs love the chicks, and they don't try to hurt them or anything. They just want to see them and stick their nose up there, but, you know, You just never know, so I don't trust them. I try to keep them away from
And
them.
I didn't do my job tonight, so, and I didn't see
Thanks,
it on
Mr.
here.
Jack.
But
Thanks,
you
Kathy.
guys
Thanks,
get over
buddy.
and, interested, check Teespring out under Mimsy's Garden. See what I was over there. No, we don't say a whole lot about it from time to time. The last couple of lives, I don't think I've said anything about. I'm failing on my job. But anyway, if you guys are interested in that, get over and check it out. We want to say we appreciate all of our moderators that come in there and help us out. Appreciate everybody that joined in on the live. God bless you for it. And you guys that's joining us on Sunday mornings. You don't know how big of a inspiration it is to me to see you guys come in, because I get to looking back on it and I say, oh Lord, it's kind of down this week on the views and stuff, and it's easy to get discouraged. I don't know. I guess that's I guess you could say from a pastor's standpoint, when he looks up at the Sunday school board and the numbers has been down, and I don't know. I know Brother Donnie knows what I'm talking about from a pastor's standpoint, but it's still YouTube, but it's still, that's what I call y'all my church.
That's right, Mr. Carl. I hate having to come in before dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that time of year. Anyway, I was going to say something, but I totally lost it. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to go see 2.5 Acres and give Mr. Mark some watch time. Tell him Mimsy sent you.
All right, guys. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for joining in with us. We'll jump over on
Stringfield
Springfield
Ridge.
Ridge. And if anybody sees Mr. Pete, tell him we're missing him. Ask about him.
I can message him.
Message him. I don't know if he's on Marco Polo or not, but
I don't remember if he's
I
on
can't
Polo,
remember if
but
he
I
is or
can
not.
message
But
him.
anyway, appreciate you guys joining in with us tonight. God bless you, and y'all have a wonderful night.